The Black Imams Roundtable, affectionately known as the BIRT.
We appreciated when you invited me to be a part of this conversation, as you said, and I knew it from watching a couple of the episodes. But you said, we keep it real. You know what I'm saying? We keep it a buck, and we need these kind of spaces. You know what I'm saying? Because
welcome to the space.
Mashallah, because very often we have to, comport ourselves in a certain kind of way. And so we don't have a real talk. So we got to have some real talk.
Tonight's going to be a real talk. Get ready.
Mashallah. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
For the sake of unity, compromising on fundamental principles is encouraged, and the BIRT does not stand for that.
But not all Muslims live Islam perfectly. Not all Muslims live up to the scale of Islam. And I'm going to say this with no apology. There is extremely too much racism in Islam against black people, perpetrated by Muslims who are not black. We understood that we're not going to be a token of no one else.
3 black leaders. Their message is simple.
We have to keep mentioning something because that's how they got us. They got us to fall for these ideas by constantly putting, we're on Quran and Sunnah, we're on Quran and Sunnah, we follow Quran and Sunnah, we follow the way of the Salaf. And we don't know Quran, we don't know Sunnah, we don't know the way of the Salaf. So just the slogan was sufficient to frame your mind to think this is Quran and Sunnah because they said it.
This is where they start, they talk about the names and attributes being literal and all of them being exactly the same, meaning in a literal sense. And this is where they get it wrong, where they attribute body parts and organs and limbs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is not befitting His majesty.
They ain't on the fence trying to please everybody like a lot of us relapsing ex-Wahhabis or still sometimes dibble-dabble Wahhabis are, right? You got a problem with the term tasawwuf because the Wahhabis got a problem with the term tasawwuf. You still identify with the Wahhabis. That's your problem.
We're never going to get out of this until we actually learn what the Prophet ﷺ taught, and what the Sahaba taught, and what the Tabi'een taught, and what the Atba'a Tabi'een taught. And the only way to know that is through the chains.
We've seen people come and destroy our communities with their ideas. It is time for us as black men and women to stand up and demand that we run our stuff.
And we don't run away from being black.
No.
In our estimation and understanding of Islam, being black, recognizing your blackness does not undermine or go against or contradict any aspect or tenet of Islam. We always look for someone else to recognize our leadership when we don't even recognize our leadership.
Opportunity comes, we ready to make a move. We don't got to start from scratch. We got somewhere to do something, and you can support people who are in service of you. We're not no Imam. This is, don't compare us to pastors and stuff. We're not people that's among you, but we're not in service to you. We're in service to you, like on the ground for real. So, for the little money that we ask, and then we can travel, we can network with other people, then other people come be a part of the family. And then across the nation, we know who to contact. We know who's Ahl Sunnah. We know when we go to a certain state, this is who you see. You don't have to go to these places. You connect with these people. All of this stuff costs money, and that's all we asking. That's all we asking, to give a little bit of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with. The cost of a cup of coffee each week helps us to do this work that we're doing.
Helping our people isn't to the exclusion of anyone else. It's about strengthening our roots.
But they're willing, if someone's going to bring real da'wah to them, to listen. Now, the thing about it, are we going to stop acting like we from somewhere else and be with the realities that we know and go reach our people? Because we do know this stuff, because some of us were like that.
Together with love as our glue and proper unfiltered Islamic sacred knowledge as our compass, we can build a future where we just don't survive, we thrive. Support the BIRT today so we can continue to spread this message, because at the end of the day, we got.